Hey y'all, it's Moonbeam. So we've got a grim situation type deal over here in the Amberverse. There have been some new accusations about Emily and her proclivities. I gotta say, none of it really surprises me, given everything we already knew about what she was into. The fetishes that we know she has participated in, that's all been proven for months now. These are not just regular, foot pics. I like a little spanky spank type kinks. This is kink shame worthy stuff from the get-go. So the fact that it gets even darker than just the feeder stuff does not surprise me one bit. It all seems kind of part and parcel of the same bunch of interests to me personally. That's just my opinion on it. But let's get into a little bit of that just so we can have an idea of what Amber is allegedly going to address, or I guess is clickbaiting that she's going to possibly address in this video. Of course, she's not actually going to address anything. So this is just a little sum up comment I found floating around Reddit. The original poster was marked out. So unfortunately, I don't know who to credit for this, but it kind of just sums up the situation with everything that has come out with Emily on top of the feeder allegations that we already, well, allegations isn't the right word really for that. Let's be real. We know that she participated in making feeder content, and apparently it goes quite a bit deeper than that. Emily took the wife of some woman who they had gone to middle and high school with. This woman is now speaking out. She was the one who commented on that TikTok. While in middle high school, she was a menace to others and once put her friend's info on Craigslist to solicit SW because they had gotten into an argument. Apparently, her dad is a somebody and gets her out of trouble and also helps with money. So we've heard that before circulating, that she comes from some money that has helped her stay out of trouble. Her dad bails her out of situations, apparently. Emily made her, the girlfriend, the wife she stole, sleep in the basement while she fed her and wreaked havoc on this woman's diabetes and mental health. The ex-wife said with Emily being a psych nurse, she absolutely knows how to trigger people's mental health issues. The girlfriend told her ex-wife that Emily enjoys while being crushed by a huge stomach. Even her baby daddy was very large. There's a picture come out of him. That definitely does seem to be the case. The ex-wife 100% believes that Emily, her ex, and doesn't care because she can get away with it and will continue to do it. And that Emily is doing to Amber what she has done to her exes. So that's what's up with that. That's a little sum up of the evolving Emily situation type deal. It's just getting darker. For a little extra context, this is a description of Emily's workplace. This was circulated on the farms. I'm blurring out the actual workplace. We don't need to go that far, but this is the kinds of things that she's dealing with as a healthcare professional. Individuals with acute, chronic, or long-term conditions, including those with disabilities and special needs. Here's the baby daddy. Make of that what you will. This was a comment on the previous video Amber posted, and I just thought that was kind of funny. There's some debate over whether or not what she's got on in her newest video could be classified as a pink shirt or a red shirt or a coral shirt or whatever, but make of that what you will.
Oh, hello, welcome to a new video. So in this video, we're gonna do like assumptions about me. I have done a video like this before. I've done quite a few. This was a popular thing that like YouTubers did years ago, but like sometimes I like to bring back the old stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's what this video is. I went onto Instagram and I was like, y'all, send me assumptions. Like, what do you assume about me? I need to know.
We assume you're in danger, girl.
So let me either clarify, deny, or admit. So let's get into it.
She is not going to clarify anything. She is going to deny. She's not going to admit anything. She's probably not even going to address anything real.
You currently have cellulitis, and that is why you are not filming. No, that is not true. I haven't had cellulitis for months, thankfully. I told you guys that I originally stopped filming because I just wanted a break. I wanted to spend time with Tommy. Plus, this time of year, I always get in this weird, like, depressive state, and I do come out of it. So that's like the thing where it's like I was holding on to that. I was like, I'm gonna come out of it. I want to enjoy my time with Tommy. I also just like don't want to film.
You don't have anything to film. I don't think she has anything to film. When it was just her alone in her apartment after Jade, she barely had anything to film. She's got even less now. She's not even in her own place. She's at Emily's with basically no life. What is she gonna film? The dogs playing. I mean, I guess that is actually something she could film because people still want to see Twinkie.
There's just been like a lot that's been going on within like my life and within YouTube. And I'm like, I just don't want to film. I'm so happy in my relationship. I realized how like so much of YouTube like literally made me unhappy. So coming from like the high and the happiness and just like, wow, just like feeling light and free in my normal everyday life. And then all of a sudden, like every time I go on YouTube, there's just new rumors and there's this and there's that.
It's always been that way. You have wallowed in the mud of your own negative community for years and enjoyed it, loved it, sought it, antagonized it, blew it up, made it into your life, girl. Please.
Not happening and I'm harassed and it's just a lot. Normally when something or someone is in your life and it doesn't give you anything good in your life, it makes you unhappy. Usually you get rid of that.
Or you do it for a decade, whatever.
And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like YouTube has not been making me happy. Like we could talk more about that because one of the assumptions is YouTube.
Is it YouTube or the fact that you have nothing to film, even less than you did last year?
YouTube related. And so I don't want to like get into like full detail right now, but it's just like the subject of YouTube is really heavy for me lately.
Or is it Emily?
And it doesn't make me feel good.
Or does Emily make you feel bad?
So it was easier for me to just be like, this doesn't suit me right now. This isn't suiting my happiness that I'm currently experiencing.
Just like the last one, I think this is all about Emily. This is for Emily, and this is to excuse Emily. It's not YouTube, it's Emily.
So I don't want it in my life anymore. So it was very easy for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna take a break and take a step back. Next assumption is Tommy is only allowing you to film in that one spot in her house, which is right here, as you guys can see. No, she gave me the freedom to film literally anywhere, but
I don't know if I believe that. I'm not inclined to. Who would just give Amber free reign to film all over their house? But benefit of the doubt, even if Emily's like, yeah, I don't care, do whatever you want, make yourself literally at home, film anything, anywhere, ever, it doesn't bother me. That's almost worse because you voluntarily are doing that. A la the Beck kitchen table bound era. And this is just where we're at now.
I've chosen to do it here. This is actually the dining room. This is perfect because my tripod sits on the table. I have a chair to sit on. In my opinion, it's really good lighting.
Yeah, it's the tripod, sure.
Since I haven't been vlogging, I have not found a reason to film anywhere else in the house, but she said I could film anywhere. Next assumption is you tend to assume that most people are against you. I have my moments where I'm like, everyone loves me, I'm great. And then I have my moments where I'm like, everyone is against me and I'm fully hated. But there is a gray area. I do know that there are a large amount of people who do support me and like me and love me, just like as a person or as a YouTuber, whatever it may be. And then I do know that there is a portion of people who really, really strongly dislike me. So I am able to see the gray area, but sometimes it's hard for me to find. Next assumption, you blame everyone else for your obesity. No, like I am fully aware that my size is ultimately my fault. And yes, there are things that caused me to be this size, but it's like, my fault that I haven't gotten those things fixed. Like, that's in my hands. Like, yes, being fat isn't like, oh my God, I chose to be this way. No, I did choose or unchoose or not choose to actually get
Unchoose? Oh.
help for the reasons why I'm fat, if that makes sense. It's no one else's fault. Something that my mom actually, for majority of my life, she struggled with was
It's nobody's fault but mine. Anyhow, my mom
blaming herself for my weight. And I'm fully also aware of the fact of why she does that, like why she blames herself, because I had a really bad childhood and I turned to food as comfort. My mom blames herself and I'm just constantly like, Mom, this is not your fault. It's okay. So I have to like kind of talk her down from that thought. But yeah, what I choose to eat is what I choose to eat. What I choose not to eat is what I choose not to eat. My weight will never be anyone else's fault but my own.
trying to make it look like she's not blaming Mama Lynn, but she's blaming Mama Lynn. She's definitely blaming her.
This assumption is you're engaged. No, I'm not. Next, you subconsciously are attracted to men. No, I am not attracted to men, but there are guys where you can look at them and just know like, oh, that's an attractive guy. In the same way of like a gay man can look at a girl and be like, oh, that's an attractive girl. Or like a straight female can look at another straight.
No one cares who you're attracted to. You're attracted to whoever will have you, whoever will answer the DMs. You are attracted to whoever will claim you.
Like, oh, that's an attractive female. Like, there's a spectrum. Like, there is a difference between being attracted to someone, but knowing that someone is attractive. Even as a lesbian, I can look at another woman and be like, oh, she's really pretty, but that doesn't mean that I'm attracted to her. I'm fully lesbian, so that's that. You weighed over 600 pounds at one point and don't want to admit it. I have never seen 600 pounds on the scale. You guys know. We can all say it together. My highest weight was 572.4. And that's like my knowest highest weight that I like physically saw myself. But I'm telling you, I go back and look at older videos and I looked so much bigger than I do now. Like, I'm fully aware that I am really, really large and in charge, but that was weird. I'm fully aware that I am very big, but like I used to be bigger and that's obvious. And I look back at that and I'm like, whoa, like I had to have been bigger. It just, I don't know. It's not making sense. I've always been honest about my weight. So if I was ever bigger than 572.4 and I knew it, you guys would know too. Next assumption is your body hurts all of the time. Honestly, no. And I think it's just because like I'm used to.
Yeah, you're used to it.
To the uncomfortability, if that's a word, of my size because it's like my normal baseline. But I will say.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't remember what it's like to not hurt. There's no way things don't hurt. It's not a possibility.
Because Tommy has lots of stairs in her home and I be using them daily. I am up and down them stairs easily at least 15 times a day.
Well, there it is. She sits at the table. That's why.
Because it's like she has multiple floors. Everything is on a different floor. So my knees, I'm not gonna lie, have been hurting so bad. And it's just because it's like my body is not used to stairs. I have not had to use stairs like that daily, multiple times a day. I don't think ever in my life. When I lived in Virginia, I had to, but that was like 8 years ago and I was a lot smaller then, a lot younger then, a lot more stamina was there. My knee muscles, they be hurting. I'm not gonna lie. Like some days I'm like, oh my God, it hurts to just stand. But I think I just have to build on those muscles and that's okay. That's mainly the pain that I've been feeling. But I think there is like an uncomfortability that I have to my body that I am just used to that I can tell goes away when I lose large chunks of weight. Large chunks of weight. Does that make sense? I can tell there's a certain uncomfortability that does go away when I lose a large chunk of weight because
yeah, you're in pain. And then if your weight goes down, you're in slightly less pain. We get it.
I feel it. And then when I feel it, I'm like, whoa, I didn't even realize like that was an issue or that was a problem or that was uncomfortable at the time because you get so used to it. It's like a baseline type of thing. You're a pillow princess. I actually am definitely a switch. I love
I do not want to hear this. Nobody wants to hear this.
to give just as much as I love to receive. But if I had to choose, if someone literally was like, you have to choose for the rest of your life, I would be a giver. So no.
No.
Not a pillow princess. You think you look smaller than you actually are. Yes, sometimes. I think I really do struggle with body image problems, obviously, like body dysmorphia. I don't realize how big I am until like I see a certain angle of like a photo taken of me or a video taken of me, and I see it and I'm like, whoa, like, because I don't realize it.
I don't know if that's dysmorphia as much as it is delusion.
Like at all. Like I'm sitting here and I only see like parts of my body. I never really see myself in certain sort of like everyday angles unless someone's like taking a picture or a video or something, and I don't mind that. But it doesn't take away the fact that I literally am like jaw to the floor when I see how big I am. I definitely have some sort of like body dysmorphia when it comes to that, and I've been very open about that over the years because I've always struggled with like truly.
Here she goes, just self-diagnosis. Have you talked about any of this with a therapist? Who knows? She just throws these things out there.
Not realizing how big I am. And it's frustrating because it's like if I processed like in my brain how big I was, I think maybe it would be easier for me to like stick to a diet and actually stick to a weight loss plan. But body dysmorphia is one of those things where it's like your brain absolutely plays tricks on you. And I also think a big thing is like I've been big my whole life.
Amberlynn, once again, her own therapist.
I've always been big. 11, I was 290. I reached 420 at the age of 16. Like I've always been massive. So it's like what I'm used to.
The childhood is coming up a lot lately. A lot since she got dropped off by Mama Lynn in Wisconsin. I feel like that's mainly for Emily. That may be a little bit for Mama Lynn too, because quite possibly they're having some issues, kill two birds with one stone kind of situation type deal with that. But it is coming up quite a bit more frequently lately.
I've always looked in the mirror and seen my body. Like I don't like what I see by no means, but I'm used to it. So maybe it's like I'm almost like blind to it in a way. You're having problems with your mom. No, not at all. Again, it's just like the rumors are crazy. A lot of people think me and my mom aren't speaking. My mom's mad at me. No.
Sure. None of that made any sense with her mom. The whole I unfriended my mom for privacy, but then reached out to her to call me in a public comment. That was nonsense. Obviously something's up. You're not telling it. It's whatever.
No. Nothing like that. Like me and my mom talk all the time. I do miss my mom and I know she misses me. We make sure to tell each other all the time. But like there is nothing going on with me and my mom. Like those rumors completely false. Next assumption is you feel like you can't win with the haters.
Honestly, if I was Amberlynn's mom, something would be going on because this is ridiculous. This girl is in danger. I would be livid and concerned and just completely beside myself, to be honest, if I was Mama Lynn. I don't think I could take it.
Yes, their mind is made up and there's no changing it. Even with proof, sometimes even with receipts, there is no changing the mind of a hater. You're one of the many...
What receipts?
Women who had BPD misdiagnosed as bipolar. Yes. Next assumption is you lack discipline.
Misdiagnosis happens, especially when you doctor shop and hop around and are selective about how you describe the issues and walk away from treatment and all of the things that you have a history of doing when it comes to healthcare, both physical and mental.
Do. Next assumption is you bailed your urologist appointment. No, I did not. When I did have that appointment and when all of that kidney stuff was happening, since it's a unobstructing or non-obstructing kidney stone means it's not traveling. It's like in my kidney and it's chilling. So they said that if I stopped having symptoms completely for weeks, then there was no reason to go to a urologist because there was nothing they could really do about it, because a lot of people have non-obstructing kidney stones and they don't even know it. And I haven't had symptoms in easily 2 months plus. You'll never be able to go to a Billie Eilish concert because of your size. Not a thing. You've had a threesome before. I haven't, no. I mean, one time when I was 15.
No.
this guy and his cousin, they're
No, 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 no. Do not tell us a story about you at 15 with some cousins.
there was some things, but I was 15.
So stop. Do not talk about this.
So we'll just like move on.
Thank you.
But we're going to erase that from my memory. But since then, no.
Oh, can we erase it from mine?
I assume people blow everything out of proportion when it comes to you. Oh, yes.
You blow it under proportion. You are in danger and you think it's fine.
Absolutely everything is blown out of proportion. Yes. Anything bad. Anything that makes me look bad. Yes. You have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, everyone's overreacting. Okay, maybe you are underreacting, girl.
Oh, yes. You've been doing a lot of reflecting lately. Yes, I am definitely a reflector.
That's all she's got to do is sit there at that kitchen table and reflect.
So I have been doing that and not going to change anytime soon. The hernia never went away. No, but they said it's nothing for me to worry about right now. Again, I'm just suffering.
Right now, no, you're going to have to worry about that. You don't just not worry about a hernia.
Suffering with things that actually a lot of people suffer with. Hernia is one of them. And it's not one of those things that needs to be fixed at the moment. So still there and still chilling. Next
It will need to be fixed, and that is going to be rough.
assumption is you're quick to forgive people. Yes, I forgive and forgive and forgive. It's like what I've done in my life.
You are still salty about all kinds of things. No. It's still Becky's fault. Come on.
And a lot of people always ask, like, Amberlynn, the reaction channels are like horrible towards you. Like, why do you try to message them and be friendly? Like, I remember, what was it? Zachary Michael was going through something like with his health, and I messaged.
She wants to be Zachary Michael's friend so bad. You can just feel it. She would maybe take Mr. Snowflake, I think, too, but she definitely wants one of these reaction guys to just be her buddy. You can smell it.
Messaged him. I like related to him, and I was like, I know it feels like it's scary to have like health issues happen, and like you don't know what's wrong, and I just know it's scary, and I felt empathy and I felt sympathy towards him for that because I relate, and it's scary, and I could sense and see and feel in his video when he was talking about it, like he was worried. So
I would pay cash money to have been a fly on the wall when he got that message.
the person that I am, like I felt compelled to
She's an empath, y'all. Never forget.
message him. I never mentioned publicly that I did that. I don't mention publicly when I message anyone, any YouTuber.
Yes, you do. And you're doing it right now.
You wouldn't believe some of the YouTubers I have spoken to
Sure, we would.
who have even messaged me first. But I don't sit here and be like, yeah, this person messaged me and I messaged this person and we speak. Like, I don't do that. But reaction channels love to, like, when I message them, oh, they say something. So Zachary Michael mentioned that I messaged him.
Of course they do. They're reacting to you. You message them. They have something now. They're going to talk about it. That's what they do. That's the point.
That, and people came to me. Opinions are so back and forth. Like, there's like a chunk of people who are like, ew, Amberlynn, that is so gross. Like, don't message him. Like, he wants nothing to do with you. Like, ugh. But then there's like another chunk of people who are like, why do you message him? Like, he has done wrong. Like, he has a whole channel just like making fun of you. Da da da. I just don't.
You can't help yourself. You crave the attention. I think she thinks that there's a possibility if she just makes the right argument, says the right thing, sends the right message, has the right clap back, that everything is just going to turn around. They're going to be friends and everyone would just love her if they knew the real her.
After a while, someone doesn't even have to apologize to me. I'll accept an apology that wasn't even given.
I'll accept an apology that wasn't even given. She's just making up scenarios in her head where reaction channels are apologizing. Honestly, this just sounds like she's had a little play acting fantasy where Zachary Michael or someone like that just apologizes to her and she accepts it. And it was just some fanfic in her head, but that's good enough. What, girl? What?
I'm not saying he needs to apologize to me. That's not what I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to like give
I think that's exactly what you're trying to say.
an example and show the gravity of like people can like say bad things about me all day long, and for some reason I still have like this part of me that like cares and is always up for a forgiveness moment. Like,
This is just her pushing her empath narrative again.
I don't
Whatever.
know. This is more about me, really, that I just kind of let people walk all over me. I don't know. I've always had that like issue
You've had issues walking all over people.
type thing where I don't want to like
Is it opposite day? Am I in Bizarro world?
have things just like be negative and prolonged. Like if I get in an argument with someone, like say a friend or whatever it may be, a partner, a family member, it doesn't matter. Like I don't like arguments that last forever. Like
You have cultivated one of the most negative, argumentative YouTube communities.
if an argument's arising, like let's fix it right then and there. Like let's fix it, say our apologies, and like move on. I'm very much that person. Like I really am like I come in peace type of girly pop, and I know a lot of people don't want to view me as that person, but that's literally me. Twinkie is with Mama Lynn. No. Twinkie is without a doubt here.
Then show us.
And a lot of you are like, how come you're not like vlogging her? Because I'm not vlogging. Like I'm literally not vlogging. All I'm showing is like me chilling. I haven't vlogged anything. I haven't even vlogged like, who knows? Maybe here down is actually missing, you know? So it's like, just because you don't show something in a video doesn't mean it's not happening. Like that's the thing that's like so, like that's probably one of the most frustrating things about being a YouTuber, like easily top 5, is like if people don't see my animals, or if they don't see me trying to work on my weight loss, or
If people don't see your animals after you drug them 19 hours to completely upend their environment, they're gonna be concerned and want to see your animals, especially if you have featured them heavily on your channel and talk about them regularly. And especially since we all know how you have pawned off the care of Twinkie in particular onto your partners for years.
they don't see me, I don't know, donating to like charities, it means those things aren't happening. That's not the case. But then what's really crazy is like people can assume the worst though. Y'all don't see me and my mom fighting with each other, but you guys are definitely assuming we are. So it's like, it'll always be like that. People will always assume the worst.
And the more you try to argue against it, the more they're going to believe it's true. Have you not figured out how this works yet?
And that's that. Like that is literally the end of it. Next assumption is you don't want to lose weight anymore. I definitely do, yes. I assume you're tired of YouTube and making videos.
We went past that real quick.
So this kind of goes into like what I was talking about in the beginning of this video, if you guys are even still here. Wow. YouTube for me, I love pretty much everything about it. I love thinking of video ideas. I love vlogging. I love talking. I love sharing with you guys.
You just started this video talking about how it's been making you miserable.
I love talking to you guys. I've made friends with you guys. I see you guys in public.
That was a huge mistake.
And you guys are sweet and you guys are amazing. Like, this is my job.
Look at the friends you've made. Alexis.
This puts a roof over my head, and I'm so grateful, like beyond grateful for you guys. And it has changed my life for the better. But
Well, right now, Emily's putting a roof over your head.
there's a big but. There is a heavy side of YouTube. Look at this tail. Look at this beautiful tail. There is a heavy side of YouTube that I don't want to be a part of. That's the side that I don't like. That's the side that I don't enjoy. That's the side that makes me, it makes me depressed.
You mean the side where you do ridiculous, dumb, hypocritical, manipulative bullshit and get called out for it? That side? Is that the side you don't like? I think that's the side she doesn't like.
It makes me sad. I feel like I've been abused so much online that I just don't even recognize who I am as a YouTuber anymore, because it has completely shaped the way that I am. It has shaped me completely. I feel like I can't be fun. I can't be bubbly on here. I can't share super happy and exciting things on here anymore. Like, I can't do that.
You need to take stock of the things that are making you allegedly happy right now, because they're kind of scary. That's the problem at the moment. You're in danger and you think it's the time of your life.
That because I feel like I can't show that side of me, because it's like in the back of my brain, I'm constantly thinking about the bad parts of YouTube instead of just the good. I have thought of the good for so long and for so many years. And it's like now getting to the point where it's like the bad is outweighing the good big time. And I'm trying to figure out in private and in alone, what do I do to fix that? What do I need to do? And I can't figure it out because I'm only in control.
You don't want to figure anything out.
Of myself. I'm not in control of everyone else. So no matter what I say and no matter what I do, there are thousands of people watching me that only view me as one thing, a villain, that only view me in one way, a narcissist, who only view this channel in one way, a drama way.
We're just viewing what you put out here, sis.
I'm not a drama channel. I am a human
who has reveled in drama that they have created for a decade.
I am a actual human with feelings. I go through things privately and I also share some things publicly. Okay, you guys, so I know for a fact in editing, I probably just edited out the last 5 minutes. I started literally rambling, so we're gonna take a step back. What I'm trying to say is like, I enjoy the good parts of YouTube just as anyone should. Like, anyone should enjoy and love the good parts of life. But if there's something or someone that is just like every day beating at you and belittling you and questioning and speculating and bullying and rumors and just like mean things, like whether it's nicknames or talking about your body or the way that you are, the way that you talk, your mental illness, your this and that, like every day, you're not going to want that in your life anymore. And I know a lot of people can be like, okay, quit.
So quit. If it's really genuinely that difficult for you, if it has been that bad on your mentals, on your well-being, if it is that much of a struggle to come on here and face what you face that you've created, quit. Oh, wait. You can't.
And quit. I think Hungry Fat Chick and I, we kind of understand each other. Her job is also YouTube, but she does mukbangs. So she decided to quit the mukbangs and move on to weight loss. And she was doing so good with her weight loss, but she was losing views, which means she was losing money. And she was very vocal about that. So she had to go back to the mukbangs.
To be fair, there is some similarity, sure. Amber can't afford to quit YouTube. Obviously, transitioning to a regular job at this point would be most likely disastrous. We all remember how the regular jobs in the past went when that was still a thing. But the difference here with her and Hungry Fat Chick is Hungry Fat Chick approaches this with a degree of honesty, of just being a genuine person. It's easy to have empathy for her, more so than Amber, just because of her history of behavior. She doesn't have a history of reveling in drama, of creating drama, of being manipulative, of animal neglect. She doesn't have a history of gaslighting her audience. She comes across very honest. She does not get the hate that Amber gets or that Foodie Beauty gets for a reason. I do feel for her situation with the mukbang views. It is what it is. She does depend on that income. But she's not the hateful person that has cultivated a awful community. It's a different story here with Amber, and now Amber has really just put herself in a very precarious position where she is not the person who is in control of the finances anymore. She's doing less YouTube. If that doesn't change and she remains under Emily's roof in this situation, the tables are going to be turned on who is the financial manipulator in Amber's life. So I don't know how that's going to go for her. But like I've been saying, girl, you are in danger.
And that's not what she wanted to do. You could tell. Like, she felt defeated. And there comes a time where anyone can choose a job, they do it, and that's what they're relying on. Like, they have to go to work. In the same way that hungry fat chick had to continue making those mukbangs to make a buck, to be able to pay for the roof over her head and to take care of herself, I also have to do the same. Like, I need to continue making YouTube videos. I don't want to give up. I don't want to walk away. Like, YouTube has been a constant for me for 11 years. But sometimes I need a break. And sometimes that break is long. And people start questioning, well, that means you don't care about us. That's not true.
You don't care about yourself.
That means I just care about myself too.
Nah.
Get the assumption of like, what are you going to do? You have no money. How are you making money? I pay my bills. That's ultimately up to me, but just know that I am very responsible. If I have a bill, that is paid on time. Sometimes even earlier. You guys don't have to worry about that. But
I'm sure she does pay her bills. She never paid her caretakers, really, when Beck and Destiny were basically her caretakers. They really didn't get taken care of for that, so I'm sure she has plenty of money to pay her bills, but it's not going to last forever. She's going to start having to upload more frequently at some point.
Like, when I need a break from YouTube, that really means that I need a break from YouTube. Because I love making videos. Maybe I am a narcissist. Maybe I do love to hear myself talk. Regardless, I love doing it. And I love being there for so many of you. So when I'm not around, just know that there's a reason. And the reason 9 times out of 10
is Emily.
YouTube is affecting my mental health.
Emily.
I don't like to admit it out loud because I take pride. I take pride in my channel. I know a lot of people probably don't realize that, but I do. I have over 200,000 subscribers. Like, I can't believe it. I am able to live because of this channel. And to me, that is awesome. Like, regardless of how it happened, and I know there's so many people rooting for me right now. Like, it makes me emotional.
It happened by you cultivating one of the most toxic YouTube communities ever.
And I appreciate it. But there's a heavy side of this channel that gets to me. A lot of people are like, Tommy's making her unhappy. No.
Yep.
She's doing the opposite. She's making me happy.
The last video you were talking about how her health is weighing so hard on your mental health and how you're struggling to have a life separate from her in Wisconsin, so you're not just reliant on her. But yeah, no, she's making you happy. It's fine.
It's YouTube that's making me unhappy. So I'm needing to figure it out. Sorry, I'm gonna stop rambling about that. I hope that lands in the right people's hearts. I know that not everyone listening to me right now cares about me. They like to act like they do, but they don't. All right, we need to do a hard stop on that conversation. I literally feel like that could be a whole separate video. But it also brings me to my next assumption where it was, you're still really depressed. No, I'm finally getting out of it. So yay. You have had COVID before. I have not. Knock on some wood, please. So the next one is you have to sit in 2 chairs. So this one's funny because it's, again, another rumor because you guys saw me sitting here and then you saw this chair. I'm sitting at a dining room table. So I was like sitting like this, I think. And you guys were like, she's sitting on 2 chairs. Literally, no. I'm not going to move at all.
Ugh, I do not have the energy for this 2 chairs nonsense. You've answered nothing. You've addressed absolutely zero of the substance of what has come out about Emily in the past couple days. This is ridiculous.
Show you guys. This is just a separate chair. It just happens to be sitting right next to me. See, I'm on one chair. I'm currently sitting on a blanket because these chairs are hard on my booty. I need to get a cushion or something. But literally, no. It's just because it's a dining room table, so there's 2 chairs. Anyways, this video is long enough. Literally, it's almost 40 minutes, so I'm gonna have to edit out like a lot. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this video though, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Well, there it was. Absolutely nothing answered. Just a bunch of nonsense. Amberlynn at it again. Obviously, everything with Emily has gone about as dark as you could have expected. I'll say it again, our girl's in danger, but she doesn't care, so whatever. I'll see y'all next time.